With the announcement of the new Deadrising remaster, I thought it was high time for another challenge run in the wacky Capcom world we all know and love. Last time we beat the third installment in the series as Old Ladies. This time, me and Koinski decided to beat the second game as Rockstars, which is very fitting as I always saw Chuck Green as the rock star of the series. Everybody loves Frank, but my favourite will always be Chuck.
Fuck you. Hey, this is Chuck Green. Subscribe to Moosey. Chuck out.
Shout out to Peter Fleming for being such a cool guy. Head over to his Instagram and give him a follow. Here are the rules. We are only allowed to deal damage to enemies using musical instruments and vehicles, because there are a few missions that force you to use them. I was going to include a rule that we're only allowed to heal using alcohol, but I'm saving that for a future run. Let's get started. Because Chuck hasn't had a gig in a while, he has to resort to other ways of getting money to pay for his daughter's Zombrex. Luckily, I'm quite good at killing zombies, so I came first place in the Terror is Reality game show. After putting on my stage gear, I have a quick pee break, then go and visit Katie. But before I get there, zombies overrun the stadium. I pick her up and rush to get to the safety of the bunker. Then me and Koinski spend the next 2 days trying to get the co-op to work. And that's no exaggeration. Oh, dude, how bad was the connection problems?
Jesus fucking Christ.
2 days? 2 days we've tried to play this fucking game. Our first stop is to grab some guitars and make a few power guitars at the music shop. What the hell? Right, I'm done. Jesus. Then we head to Roy's Mart to try and find some Zombrex for Katie. But it's been taken over by looters. Luckily, they seem to have extremely sensitive ears. After grabbing the Zombieties insulin, we take Denise back to the bunker. Then we have a philosophical conversation about who Katie's dad is.
Maybe we don't know who the father is, so we're just both...
We both look after her. But we have custody for some reason. And I make a shocking discovery. She never blinks. Her mouth doesn't even move when she talks. She's a doll. She's not a real human. After she takes her vaccine, we discover that we've been blamed for the zombie outbreak.
I think it's such shit footage.
Yeah, it's like how...
You can't even tell that it's yellow, like, really.
I like how she goes, oh, it was Chuck Green. There's no image of his face. That would not hold up in court, woman. And now our mission is to prove our innocence. But the game had other ideas. When we finally manage to connect again, we save Lashandra and her pet. Then we try to save Chad and his wife Doris. Come on, Doris.
I'm on my way.
But Chad decided to turn on us when we tried to stop him from getting chomped. So we killed them. Then we take a relaxing ride on an escalator, save more survivors, and make a pit stop to see Rebecca Chang on our way back to the safe room. After a poor attempt at flirting on her part...
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
We do some detective work to try and figure out who framed Chuck. But luck wasn't on our side, because the security room was trashed beyond repair. Then we get a call from the Ginger Ninja asking us to come back to the bunker, because Sullivan is trying to kick out our daughter. On the way, we pick up more Zombrex and save Kristin from vomiting to death. When we arrive safe and sound, we confront Sullivan about his attempt to condemn a child to a sea of gnashing teeth.
Immediately he simps as well.
Yeah, you're the TV lady. And after deciding to let us stay, we make more guitars.
Oh, I need to make one more of those. Can you throw me in a vamp? Bro.
I play a round of golf, we save Esther and carry her back to the bunker. Then we encounter our first psychopath, Leon. Now, he is a bastard to fight without limitations, but because we can only use instruments, he was simply too fast for us to hit. Until we figured out that if we lure him to this exact point, he would only go so far before stopping to turn around. And in that small window of opportunity, we were able to wail on him. Until eventually, he sets himself on fire. How drugged up do you have to be to not feel pain from fire? And we then have to rush over to the bunker before the timer runs out for the next mission. Luckily, we make it just in time to find out that someone's using the underground tunnels to move some equipment around. Before we go and sort that out though, we need a quick bathroom break. But instead of draining the lizard, we encounter another psychopath.
Like zoinks! I took too many tabs of acid!
Zoinks! Like Scoob! I killed a person! Despite being quite fast, Brandon is really easy to take down if you do the ancient art of hit and run.
Bang, let him swing. Bang, let him swing. Bang, let him swing.
After he takes a dirt nap, we escort Vicky to the bunker, then head to the underground to see what all the hullabaloo is about. Turns out, TK is hoarding some heavy duty equipment on a train. We don't care about that though, we just want some answers. So after making his men go deaf, we steal one of their bikes and give chase to the train. This is the most anticlimactic chase ever. The train seems to only allow you to jump on it after a certain amount of time has passed. Bro, are you serious? I literally just jumped onto it and it had an invisible wall, dude.
I told you.
Eventually, I just managed to clip the corner of the last car. Then we purge more ne'er-do-wells with the power of rock and roll. TK appears like a mustache-twirling villain and tries to kill us. Why does he think he's in Saints Row? You're in Deadrising, not fucking GTA, bro. After he escapes, we save Trixie and Elrod. You got real pearly eyes. She's just openly flirting with us in front of her husband and he doesn't care. He's a cuckold. And pick up Sven on the way back to the bunker. After dropping them off, we head to the food court and come across Antoine. So we decide to bully him.
Oh, you the fat fuck. King of gluttony.
King of the pigs. The problem with him is, if you aren't careful, he can lock you in a constant state of knockback. And he heals mid-fight. But through the power of perseverance, we finally manage to tan his hide. After playing on stage with Angel Lust and dropping them off at the bunker, we give Katie another shot of liquid humanity. Then we find out someone's trying to half-inch all the money out of the casino vaults. So we run over to stop them. After deafening many mercenaries and smashing all their drills, we blow up their van, which TK is quite pissed off about. Then we pretend to save Rebecca. Like, when the car blows up, he saves her so long after it blows up it's pointless. Watch.
Oh yeah.
That was just an excuse to hug her.
Yeah.
I ride on a dolphin, then we encounter a psychopath that needs no introduction.
You know me. I'm Slappy. Everyone knows Slappy.
Like Leon, Slappy is quite hard to hit, and he does a decent amount of damage to you. But luckily there's a food shop nearby that provides infinite healing. And so began the cycle of beating him over the head repeatedly, then running away to heal when our health got too low. Until finally, we put him out to pasture. Then we save Lynette to unlock the shortcut. Immediately after dropping her off, we go to confront Randy Tugman at the church. This is why bullying furries should be okay. His fight is laughable. You just keep jumping over these walls and lamping one when there's a window to do so. After he gets a smooch off the corpse bride, we drop Danny off at the bunker, then wait around for the nightclub to open. When it finally does, we're confronted by the twins. What in the Alabama is going on here? Which is normally a boss fight that gives me quite a bit of bother. But as it turns out, when they can't 2v1 gank you to death, they really aren't that tough. Especially since you only have to take down one of them. After beating Crystal into submission, Amber game ends herself, then Rebecca tells us to meet her on a rooftop. Before we get to that though, we save Luz, then we come across Carl, whose dedication to his job is quite admirable, despite the fact that it caused him to go postal on us. He's fairly easy to beat down, although he does have a tendency to send you flying with his letter bombs. After playing whack-a-mole with his face, he decides to go out with a bang instead of tarnishing his perfect attendance and service record. Then we fetch Nina, Cora and Summer, have a go on the water slide and drop them off at the bunker. Then we go to stop Seymour from abusing his limited authority as a mall cop. Right, that's it. You've yeed your last har. We beat him in less than a minute by just ganking him. Then after he saw the error of his ways, we give Katie another shot of anti-cannibalism. Then protect Woodrow and escort him back to safety. Although, in a second, we're going to wish that we didn't. We have quite a bit of time before the next mission starts, so we play a few rounds of poker to pass the time. We did pretty well.
Wait. Well, did she keep the hat on regardless? I'm gonna table.
That's a hair, dude.
That's not a hair, it's a hat.
It's a hairstyle.
She's not fucking Bart Simpson.
But for the life of us, we couldn't beat Woodrow. Even after you win a hand against him, he still always gets some winnings. Full house, dude.
Well, she had a full house.
I told you, man. Oh, why did he get a side pot, the dickhead? After losing to him once, we stupidly decided to start playing again before putting our clothes back on.
We need to gang up. Whoa, who the fuck's she? Why is she a pirate from Far Cry 3? Why is there a pirate? What the
Burns when I piss.
Should have used the rubber.
Despite this, Koinski actually manages to knock out all the other players, except Woodrow. He wins by a landslide. After getting our outfits back, we encounter the snipers. These guys are easy as pie to take down, because they are segregated on different rooftops, and once you go up there, it becomes a 2v1 gankfest. After putting 3 of them 6 feet under, we head back to the safe house so the next case doesn't fail from running out of time. Unfortunately though, Chuck seems to have temporarily gone blind during the cutscene. Then we kill Dietz and repeatedly BM him. Then we go to stop TK from escaping. After turning his men's brains to slime, we have to bring down the Big Cheese's helicopter. This fight is the easiest one in the game. Just dodge under the crane and throw our guitars at the rotor blades, which causes TK to have quite the unpleasant experience.
Why did you hear how he just said? Why does he sound like an opera singer then?
Oh. We take him back to the bunker, then pass the time watching a horror movie at the theatre. Then we come across BB. You're supposed to do some favours for her so you can take her and the other survivors back to the bunker, but we couldn't be asked to do it. So I bonked her over the head and she blew herself up, along with the other survivors. After that shit show, we pay a visit to Discount Penn and Teller. The second the fight starts, Roger ran away, allowing us to beat the crap out of Reed. Once he was taken care of, we turn our attention to Roger, and Koinski dealt with him whilst I was making more painkillers. Roger turns Reed into Swiss cheese, then we carry Tammy back to the bunker, and give Katie another vaccine. Then the military arrives to rescue us. But what follows is what I imagine goes on before the Doom guy arrives to save the day. Then we have to go save Rebecca. Turns out she's being held captive by Sergeant Egg, who has the world record for quickest descent into madness. He goes down quite quickly due to me and Koinski applying some good old-fashioned blunt force trauma. Then we rescue Rebecca, whilst Big Baldy chomps down on a grenade. After carrying her to the bunker, we don't even get time to finish our coffee before the zombies burst in there for a quick bite to eat. So now we have to gather some items so we can close the door, whilst also fending off the chompers, which is no easy feat. Eventually we manage to get it done by the skin of our teeth, but one of the stragglers ends up biting TK. Plus, now the military are talking about turning the city into a crater.
Hey, surely they've got like radios and shit though, like it's set in
So we have to figure out the true cause of the outbreak before that happens. But first we begrudgingly give TK some Zombrex. Dude, what the hell? Why is he sitting like that? I mean, it's not like we're running out of the stuff, we just don't like him. At least we get to watch him take a bop to the face though. After making our way underground, we come across Dexter's lab, and immediately get spotted by the Yobs. After popping their heads off, we come across the local eggheads, and they stupidly tried to kill us. After returning the favour, we pick up their laptop, and Chuck finally gets to enjoy some coffee. What a great copper Joe. Like I just murdered 2 people. And he's like...
That's what I say, you just murdered them.
After returning the evidence to the bunker though, Rebecca gets her head hole punched by Sullivan. Then he runs away like a coward. So we give chase to dish out some well-deserved justice. On the way there, we give our adoring fans one last show. When When we finally get to Sullivan, we quickly find out that this is the single most annoying fight in the game.
Bro, did you fucking see that? I just fell with a... Why is there a hole in it? Dude, I just fell down the fuck... I fell down the fucking hole. I'm back in the fucking thing.
He counters every move you make, and there's not a lot of healing items in his boss arena either. Eventually, I managed to give him a good hiding, along with Koinski. After Sullivan becomes half the man he used to be, we head back to the bunker to find our daughter and Stacy are missing.
What? Is that the actual ending?
Yeah. Now that we've beaten the game, we get to sit back and relax to watch the credits. And then immediately after this, we're slapped into overtime mode. Now, overtime mode happens after you've already beaten the main campaign. So technically, we've already beaten the run. We did attempt overtime mode because we thought it would be a nice little bonus. But after collecting all the items, you have to fight TK. And unfortunately, all of your weapons get taken away before you enter the boss room. I even came up with what I thought was a clever idea. I loaded into my game, stocked up with some guitars, and tried to join Koinski whilst he was already in the fight. But the game wouldn't let us do this. So unfortunately, there's no way for us to beat overtime mode. So with that, we beat Deadrising 2 as rockstars. It was really fun playing through this with Koinski. Expect more videos of us goofing around like idiots in the future. The co-op runs are so much fun. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe? It helps out the channel massively. Plus, if you turn on the notification bell, you get to watch more juicy content from yours truly when it releases. I also have a Discord server. The link will be in the description and in my channel bio. If you want to support me further, consider joining as a channel member. You get early access to videos and a mention in them for being such a legend. If there's a specific video you want to see, or you just want to have a chat, drop a comment down below or message the Discord server. And I'll see you next time.